Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to a special edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. You know, I wanted to take 20 minutes today of your busy schedule because all of us are busy. We're currently trading right now. I'm going to watch Beyond, and the market's kind of just flat right now. It's down only 2 points. If Beyond slips to 125, 127 up high, take a few, bounce it. But I've been watching you know, videos around the trading world, um, being observant, during my break, before I take a quick 30-minute power naps are really, really important. I tend to just kind of go around, plus with my own great people in the room that do videos and webinars and make comments. I like to just, see get the feel what's going on. And, it seems like the biggest problem day traders really have out there is a tremendous amount of fear, anxiety, and fear of missing out. So I think it would be smart as an owner of probably one of the greatest chat rooms on the planet. I mean, let's face it, we are. That's why so many rooms come from here. I mean, that's the fact. Can't deny it. I mean, it is what it is. It's reality, you know. But what and you know what's interesting is a lot of those guys and girls that came from our room struggled. And because I've been training for 16 years, I've overcome a lot of that, almost 95% of it. I don't have FOMO. I get pissed off if I miss a trade. I mean, when you're live and you see this trade go off and this trade go off, and you have to understand, I came up with these ideas in the morning, and I can't trade them all. You can't trade them all. I mean, you can't. You know, I pick my three or four, and I nail it. If one goes bad, I got three others that are going to make me money. My goal is to pick the three or four that I'm going to bank on, and I'm very vocal in the morning. I'm taking this long. You can actually hear me load up. You can hear me breathe it. Talk it. I think this will pop. I want to get 80 cents, a buck, $2 if I can. I mean, very rarely do I get $2 on something, even though my calls are like $8, $10, 15. I just, I'm all about that little bit, that money. If I could take 1,000 shares and get 60 cents, my God, you should see me. I'm fucking on cloud nine, you know? Um, but I don't have FOMO. I don't have anxiety. These are things that have left me years and years ago. Otherwise, if I had these things, I would not be in a room. Um, I would not, I would not own a room because these are things that you have to overcome to be a professional day trader. A professional day trader is someone who's been through the process, who's broken all of those issues, um, and everyone's different. Sometimes it could take 6 months, sometimes it could take a year, sometimes it takes years. It just depends on how bad you want to be a day trader or trade stocks and make a living doing it. It really comes down to you as an individual, as a person. I can't tell you how long it's going to take for you. All I can tell you from a professional standpoint, sitting in this chair every morning. I mean, think about my job for a second. I mean, just for a moment. Just put yourself in my shoes. I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of traders in a chat room. Everyone depends on quality ideas and thoughts, things that will generate income from them to make them money. That's a lot of responsibility. Then not only do I trade live, but then I have to put my ideas in writing. I have to hold myself accountable every day. But for a lot of you, you look at that like, God, that's so much pressure. Imagine, I mean, I think about it. How many people put something on Twitter and then they're wrong and then they have to erase it because they're so embarrassed? I don't delete anything. I don't modify anything. I am held at a higher standard because I'm a pro. I don't go in there and change a number to make me look better. I am responsible for what I put down here for my own self. And the only way I can get better and better and better and better as a trader To be more accurate is to look at the mistakes openly that I do. Do I have to take grief from people and when something didn't do right? Yes, I put it here in writing. If the stock didn't hit $50 on the moment, but it hit 49.87 or hit $50.30, am I going to get grief? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. But the main thing when you day trade is every day people go through this process: fear, anxiety, and you know, the fear of missing the trade, missing out. So how do you overcome it? How do you really, really, I mean, when you sit down with a pro, if you sat right across from me and looked at me in the face and said, fuck, I got so much anxiety. I'm afraid I'm going to be wrong. You know my answer to that? You know what my answer is? Be wrong. Be fucking wrong. Be wrong with 50 shares. Be wrong with 100 shares. Who gives a fuck? Be wrong. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I am not a perfect trader. Some people admire me and say, God, you're so awesome. Great, I'm awesome, but I'm not perfect. I, like you, make mistakes. But each time I make a mistake, I learn from it. Each time I pull the trigger, I learn from it. Each time I execute a trade, I learn from it. Right or wrong, I learned. I learned what not to do and what to do. It's like if you go out every day, every single day, and you shoot the hoop and you do free throws, and at the beginning you're so lousy, you're 2 for 10, 1 for 10, and then you do it again, and then a month later you're 3 for 10, maybe 4 if you're lucky, 4 for 10. Then you do it again, and you do it again. 6 months later, now you're 6 for 10, maybe 7 for 10. What do you think you're going to be in a year if you do that every single day, 5 hours a day? Don't you think you're going to be at least 8 to 10? I do. Imagine how much practice you put in to be that good, to get that good, because you believe that you can do this. So you're out there every day shooting a hoop. I want to be perfect. And some days you are perfect. The way to overcome anxiety and fear is, in my opinion, is you need to learn. You need to study and you need to learn. Now, I don't really enjoy listening to people. Well, I have to go do this today. Well, I have to go do this today, so I can't time to study. Yet those are the same people that fuck up on trade after trade after trade. It's like they literally want you to press the fucking button. Because you know what? They always have something to do. They can't take 20 or 30 minutes to study, to learn, to see why a stock moved the way it did. If every trader took the time to listen to a webinar, listen to how a stock moved up and down, why it moved, the move behind the move itself, what created that stock to even be in play. The more you understand the reasoning of the move and why stocks move, okay, the more your fear of missing out, the more your anxiety will start to disappear. A lot of you, I would say, hold on, I would say, if I asked the room today, point blank, okay, the market's down 300 points. What happens? We open up, the market's down 300 points. What's the first thing that happens? The market normally will pull, right? You'll yank a few more stocks, bottom curl it, long it. Everyone knows that. Now we get up. Now the market, oh, it's gapping up 400 points. What does that mean? Everyone will answer. The market's gapping up. Stocks are up $4, $5, $8 a share. What happens at the open? They all pop. How do you know that? Well, that's pretty obvious. Really? Do you know how many day traders don't know that? They don't even look at the market. You do. You already know if the market's gapping up 400 points, you already know Netflix is up 6, Tesla's up 8, Boeing's up 6. You already know that. So then you go in there, you let it pop at the open, gap fill half the way, bottom curl it, go long, have a nice day. You know how to play those. But like today, everyone had the opportunity to be green. Everyone in Awesome Calls Trading. In order for you to overcome fear and anxiety is don't worry about being wrong. I cannot stress that enough. We're all going to be wrong as day traders. All right. I'm going to be wrong at times. All right. And it's really, really important that you understand that it's okay to be wrong. And while you're going through the process, it's okay to take 50 shares. It's okay to take 25 shares. It's okay to take 100. But what you need to do in the meantime is really just study. You need to study. If you don't want to lose any more at all, you need to study. You need to study whether it's with fire or dark side or their lines and how they develop their VWAPs, EMAs, and what they look for. Um, whether it's AJ and understanding the story behind the move. I'm the story. I am the story. Everyone knows that. When people relate to me, oh, that's the dude that trades the news. That's the guy that reacts to. I mean, the guy is just. I mean, everyone you hear talk about that. It's the same thing. I'm the guy. Even ask the mods. What is it different about AJ? He trades the news. He just looks at it and says, "That's what I see," and then we adapt to that in our own way. But if you're not going to get better if you don't invest the time to really understand the move. Okay, case in point, moves. What's a move? Well, let me show you. Hopefully, nothing gets thrown out. But look at a move here today. Um, JAGX. All right. Now you got a stock that's gapping up, right? It's gapping up, slow, decent volume on news, right? It's gapping up. So why is it that I call a pop out of the gate to 15 from 11 or 13 or 12? Why? How many charts have you seen? How many trades have you been in? How many ideas have you executed in a room like this where the first top pick I said it's going to rip out of the gate? Okay, so here you are. Here you are. You're ready to go. Your first trade in Awesome Calls Trading. AJ said it's going to rip out of the gate. He said it's going to probably hit 15. He put it in writing. He made it the number one pick in the room. There it is. Stock's going to push to 13.50 to 15 right out of the gate from 11. Go for it. Have money. Take 250 shares and rip it and market order in and out. And voila. Guess what happened? Within the first opening gate, bam, $15 a share. Why did you miss that trade? What was it inside you that said, I can't do that trade? Oh, well, it's a penny stock. Oh, well, it's a bullshit stock. Oh, I don't understand it. You see, you came up with a zillion excuses not to take that trade. To a professional day trader who's done it repeatedly, like going out, practicing hitting free throws every fucking day, taking 600 shots a day, there's no fear in AJ. It's fucking 500 shares. Pop it, bang it, out, point, 80 cents. Who gives a shit? I'm paid. I pay a bill. Next, let's take another one. AJ says Grub. Grub's in play, traders. Grub's in play to traders. Why is it in play? Because it's Amazon related. I like the idea. So much so, I tell you in a full-blown sentence, Grub is a great trade today. Could be a potential suitor. I even tell you I like it. I even tell you to enter at 66 and under. Anything with 66 on a handle, enter. I even tell you where it's going to go. Why didn't you take the fucking trade? Because you don't study. You're the problem. I'm not the problem. You're the problem. You have so much fear that that's going to be a wrong. Why? Why is it wrong? What is wrong with that trade right there? Amazon is saying There's rumor out there that Amazon may take Grub. Amazon took over Whole Foods. Amazon can take whatever it wants and own it. Grub is a great thing for them to own. I think they should. And I even put on there, after reading the news and studying it for an hour, this totally makes sense to me. Buy it at 66 and it'll shoot to 70, 72. Where's the fear? Where is the fear? You shouldn't have any fear. It should be natural for you to react to a stock like that immediately. There's no fear of missing out. You should have no anxiety. You're sitting with a coach. You're sitting with a pro. He's telling you enter. He's telling you where to exit. All you do now is execute. Because why? And look how much fucking money you could make in just a matter of a few minutes. 66 enter, 66 here, 66 here, zoop to 70. Didn't the professional day trader tell you when to enter and where to exit? And you know what you did? Those that missed that trade, you know what you did? You immediately came up with your own excuses. Did you see that? Well, I missed that because I was doing something. Oh, I got tucked away. Oh, I had to go to the bathroom. Or this. Can you give me another trade? It's the same thing. Every time you miss a quality trade, you look for an excuse. You don't own it. Just like when you're wrong, you have to own it. Next time you miss a trade like that, just say to yourself, fuck, there were too many good ideas. I missed that one. That one didn't stand out for me for whatever reason. Take today as a learning lesson to say, why did he pick Grub? There's no analyst. There's no upgrade. Yet the stock is gapping up 3, but he likes it. Why? He's a pro. I'm paying that dude $6 a day to tell me what to do and how to pay my bills. He's telling me to buy it at 66 and it's going to go to 70. Why am I going to ignore that call? What a beautiful call. Let's do another one. He writes down love. Earnings are mixed. In my opinion, this is stupid. This is a professional day trader coming at you 16 years of the business going, this is fucking stupid being down. This is a 35 to 36 stock. I'd be buying the weakness at 33, add it on dips, have an average, and shoot the shit out of it to 35, 36, and get paid. He's telling you this is stupid. Then he even says, the more it pulls, the better the upside for us. It's right there. No, you should not at that moment have any anxiety. You shouldn't sit there like, I just don't know if I could pull the trigger. What is that? What the fuck is that? What do you mean? If you're wrong, it's okay. It's not the fucking end of the world. If you're trading with 25 or 50 shares, it's not the end of the fucking world. Take 50 shares. Take 25. I don't even give a shit if you paper trade the damn thing. But get your emotions in check and start executing. Stop looking for a fucking excuse. And if at the end of the day you don't understand the move, ask the pro. How the fuck did you know that was going to go up, sir? Let me explain to you why. Let me teach you why. Let me teach you how to read the earnings. And that's what I do. But a lot of you just don't want to do the work. I do the work. Fire does the work. Darkside does the work. These guys, Janny's in the morning, we're all pouring our hearts out for you. For one thing only, for us to make a living, to pay our bills because we're executing those trades. But more importantly, why is a mod become a mod in here? To help you. Now, why don't you take advantage of that? Why don't you ask the mod to help you? The more you're quiet, the more or less you're going to learn. The more anxiety you're going to have. Don't sit there. Don't make an excuse. Don't tell yourself, oh my God, I'm afraid to lose. Stop. In this market, there's always an opportunity. I keep teaching you that. That's why you're here. to seize those opportunities. My job is to prevent as many of them as I can for you. I do these 10 or 12 because I don't know how much money you're working with. I don't know what platforms you're on. I just want you to take advantage of what the market's giving us. Okay? What I ask of you to do is to find time every day when you're done to study. Do what I did. After losing for year after year after year, it broke me. It broke this 40-year-old man who's now 53, this 38, 39-year-old man. It fucking broke me. It made me cry. This trading made me fucking cry. It made me break screens, throw shit, be rude to people, be angry at the world because I kept fucking losing. I couldn't understand why am I fucking losing? And yet the mod is constantly making money. Why? You know? And I realized at that moment when I was crying in tears, being pathetic, looking at myself like, you fucking crybaby. What is wrong with you? The problem is you. You refuse to study. You freeze. You want somebody to hand you the shit. Grow the fuck up, AJ. Start studying. If it means changing, if it means making changes in your life, then do it. If it means, but you know what? If you believe in yourself, if you believe you can do this, then start studying. Start looking the move behind the move. That's where it all came from. I wanted to make a living so much. I never thought I'd be a teacher. I never thought I'd be a coach. I never dreamed of it. But once I started learning and seeing the mistakes that so many traders make and overcoming that anxiety, overcoming that fear, overcoming all those demons, I realized I can take a raw trader and make him into what I am today. And I could do it quickly because I can be right next to him. What does this mean? You have free shit for you all day. You have Think or Swim. You could just download it and boom, it's in your system. You can have look on 1 minute charts, 5 minute charts. You have video recaps from one of the greatest chat rooms in the world that breaks everything down day in and day out, sitting right there. Then you have a market list that you can recap over how the stock moved. Think of all these lessons. Hold on. Okay. I'm taking just a little bit of grub there, just a tiny, right? And because I saw it fall below, and I want to see how it reacts. It could pull to 125 or 126. So I'm starting. Anyway, I'm keeping an eye in the corner of my eye here because I just saw a seller come in and just dump it, and they're dumping it hard. There's 129. There's 128.91. Stumping hard. Stumping hard. Now it just shot back up. Anyway, I have to kind of focus on it if I'm going to trade it. Oh, 128.80, low of the day. 128.76 coming down. Now it popped again. Woof, crazy stock. So in closing, my whole thing today wasn't so much to go over charts. It was just to address the personal issues that all of you are going through, not just in our room, but outside our room. And I understand it. But when you're in here, I'm not going to leave your side. I won't. All right? The minute you click and enter this room, I'm right next to you. Right or wrong, I'm going to guide you. I might be a little tough at times. That's only because I want you to see it. I want you to understand that. Okay? That's all. And once you do, you'll change forever who you are as a trader. And you won't have this fear and this anxiety. You won't. Because you'll start to believe in yourself. And that's where it starts. You have to believe in what you're doing, that you can do it. Once you do that, I already believe in you because you're here every day. So allow me to teach you what I know, as much as I know. Let me make you a leader. Okay? Let me do that for you. And anytime you have a question, anytime you need to reach out, know I'm right here. Okay? Because day trading is not easy. And don't think for a second it is. Do we make it look easy? Yes, because we're pros. So if you want to get to that world, then study. Study with us. Ask more questions. Be more involved. Treat this like a job. Okay? Do that for me, and I swear you'll change forever as a trader. Okay? And most lastly, take baby steps along the way. Don't need to run in here. Just walk. Walk with pride. Okay? All right. That's my lesson today. Thank you for listening. Awesome calls trading.